Hello and welcome, or welcome back to our Minecraft 1.20 survival Let's Play. So we are starting this episode off just outside of our nether portal. Last episode we had went in there, built a house in the nether, and did a bunch of exploring, all of that fun stuff. But for now, we are not going to be going back to the nether. We will definitely have some adventures there another time, but for the time being, we need to get some stuff done up here. So today, we are going to be building our auto pumpkin and melon farm. We have kind of this makeshift manual farm going on over here, and although I like the look of it, it's definitely not serving us all that well. So, oh, and also we're going to be making the auto sugarcane farm. I'm not sure 100%. They might be the same building. I'm thinking about building one really big, cool building to do these auto farms in. I also don't quite know where yet. It looks like we're going to have to start expanding our empire a little bit here, or our estate, I should say, in order to fit some more stuff. I'm thinking it might be down in this way. So we are obviously going to have to keep on going, either back that direction or down this way. And I think it makes more sense for us to keep going towards the village, because eventually we're going to totally rebuild that village as well. So I think I'm going to have to do a bit of terraforming here to make this less of a steep drop off, kind of make something a bit more gradual, and then maybe we'll do the building, the second farm somewhere down there when we can, you know, get a good little path down to it, without having to jump off the edge here, because it's currently a little bit much, and you can't even see up here from down there. So, yeah, we'll definitely do a bit of that. But I have some ideas for this building. I think it's going to be really cool. Why are you out here? Yeah, I think this building is going to be really cool. It's going to generate us a lot of income, which is going to be great. And yeah, I think it'll be good. So for this building, I'm going to need to gather a bunch of cobblestone, a bunch of mossy cobble, which someone in one of my comments quite a while ago on a video had mentioned that I can make mossy cobblestone, which for some reason I didn't know. But all I need is cobblestone and vines, which we obviously have a plethora of vines around here. So I should be able to make a decent amount, I think. And we can kind of make a cool building out of that. I'm going to keep with the sort of general theme that I've been going with in our little estate so far. So I'm definitely going to be using some cherry wood. But this one's going to be a little bit more rustic, I think, with the cobble. We haven't really used much cobblestone yet for building. But I am going to do a bunch of spruce as well, of course. That's kind of one of the main themes going on around us. And yeah, so I think I'm going to have to replant our spruce forest and our cherry wood forests, just to make sure that we have enough wood to do this build. And I don't know what our state of cobblestone is right now. I don't think it's very good, because when we went mining, we basically just mined deep slate, yeah, which I think I'm going to get away from for this build a little bit. I think I want this to be kind of a little bit lighter than the roofs that we've done on this building. So yeah, okay, we definitely have a little bit of work to do here. I don't think that's going to be enough cobblestone. We do have a bit of actual stone. Once I get a few more materials put together, we'll kind of figure out a good palette for it. But I think we'll kind of mix a little bit of mossy cobble and normal cobble and maybe some stone as well, because I have already smelted some. And yeah, I think that should be good to go. So I'm just going to go ahead, probably off camera, and replant the forests, and then go and do a little bit of digging. I might even just dig down to, I don't know, maybe I'll go into our mine here, and do like a higher level dig somewhere where cobblestone still is, and maybe we can also find some diamonds or something. But, oh, here comes the rain. Oh, this is like a sun shower. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say, it's so sunny, why is it raining? But the clouds just like come in overhead. All right, well, I'm gonna get on all of that, and I will get back to you guys when it's done. All right, I think we've collected everything that we need. We've got lots of cobblestone, a bit of tuff, some mossy cobble. We can always make more mossy cobble if we need. I have a feeling we might need to do that. And we're definitely gonna need more. Actually, do I have more cherry wood? Okay, I do have actually more cherry wood. So we might not need more cherry wood. We will probably need more spruce. but I'll let us run out first and then we can worry about that. So I'll show you over here. I built this little wall bit. So this essentially is going to be kind of the palette and general style of the build. I was just testing it out a little bit and I think this works really well. So this is the cobble, mossy, and tough sort of mixed in together. I think that gives a good, a pretty decent vibe. So that's kind of the general blueprint that we're gonna go with. And if we come down here, I'll show you where I leveled everything out. Okay, so right over this ridge here, you can kind of start to see this is where we started to smooth everything out a bit. You might not, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell to actually notice a difference, but this was pretty whack before. Oh, hey, we got a wandering trader. Cool, I'll have to check out what he has for sale. But yeah, so this is all pretty smoothed out. I mean, this one was a little bit smoothed out as well, but I don't know. We have quite a bit of space here. I think I might just fill this in with like some trees and stuff. I don't think there's a lot of room to build there, but I opened this up really big so that we could put this building in here. And you can kind of also get a good overview of the shape this building is going to be. So the idea here, there should be enough room to do one farm here, like a pumpkin farm here, and then a melon farm mirrored on the other side there. And then maybe, I don't know, some storage in the middle, or maybe we'll even just put the sugarcane farm right in there. I'm not really sure yet. I don't really have a plan for that right now, but I think this could go good. And then this is just sort of like, I don't know why it curves out and back in again. I might make this a bit straighter. But this is just sort of the idea for where the path might go, that we'll eventually have curve all the way down to the village. And then, you know, we'll have some room out front here. We can maybe put like some, you know, melon and pumpkin farms for show out here. And that sort of thing. But let's go and see what this wandering trader has for us. Oh, no moss blocks. That's all I'm looking for is a moss block, really. But no such luck today. So you may leave. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, so I left some spaces in here because I'll fill in, like, we'll put the random spots of like a mossy cobble and tough in there as well. But yeah, that is what that's going to look like. So like we had in that, I just took that down, but that example wall, we're going to do a few up with kind of a cobble look, and then the next floor or like layer, it's only going to be one floor inside, but the next layer from the outside is going to be the cherry wood. And then we'll do the spruce logs, the stripped logs for some kind of planks going through it. So I think I'll do the base, at least the mossy cobble, and then the cherry wood base, and then I'll show you that before we put in the spruce for a little bit of dimension and decoration. All right, so ignore my little scaffolding there in the bed. I wanted to make some actual scaffolding. I even like grabbed some bamboo, but I realized we need strings, and we do not have strings. Same reason why I cannot make candles when I was thinking about making candles for the nether house, but that's all right. So anyway, I wanted to just show you this, just to give you an idea of kind of what it looks like as a big box before we add the finishing touches on it. You know, I don't know if that helps, but anything to help if you want to make something similar to this. So it's basically just a big L shape. It looks the same on this side as it does over here. And we're going to start with making this face, I think. So I'm going to move that bed just so it's out of the way a little bit like that. And then we can start on here. So what I want to do is I want to take the spruce logs, and we will strip them. But actually I'll use the stripped ones first while we have them. And I'm thinking everything will be set out one. So I think we can do 1, and then we can do 3, and then, oops, that's not what I meant to do. We do 3, and then 1, and then 2, and then 1, and then 3, and then 1. Something like that. And then it'll be kind of similar along the other side here. We'll have another column going up there as well, just to kind of add a little bit of a 3D effect to it. So yeah, I'm just going to bring those all the way up. There we go, just like that. So adds quite a bit to it already, I think. And then the next thing that I want to do is add spruce slabs, just to kind of break it up a little bit in between. I think I'm going to do it right on here. That way, this is the start of a brand new block. If we want to put anything up there, we can. Just like that. I think that looks pretty good. And then we need to figure out where the windows are going to go. So I think I'm just going to make it kind of even on these sides. These ones are kind of small. We could do either a window there, or we can just do like a single window here. We could also make it too high and have it kind of be blocked a little bit by the wood there. Hey, that looks okay, actually. Let's do that on both sides. And then we'll leave the middle because that's too wide and that's kind of awkward. But I think we can do just a single window up here. There we go, just like that. And we'll also add a little bit of decoration, but I kind of want to look at what the roof looks like here first. So I think I want to do the peak. I want to do the peaks on the ends here, and then the middle part will be flat. So we'll have to add that in and then see, we might have to bring these up a little bit further, or maybe we just cut it off again and then do another block in there. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm just going to build that roof. I think we might have just enough spruce left to do that. And then we'll take a look at what it looks like. And there, we are looking at something like that for the roof. Now, I'm kind of thinking, I'm going to bring those 2 pillars up all the way. Or maybe I'll go across with some slabs and then, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm actually thinking that something like a white or something similar to what we used for the house there might actually look really good up there. So I'm going to go and take a look at what we have left over for terracotta and see about filling that in. Okay, so we do actually have plenty of white terracotta left, I think, to fill in like the 2 roof parts, kind of hoping. There's almost 2 full stacks here, so I think that should be enough. But I'm going to take a look and see. There, something like that. I think that looks actually pretty decent. All right, so for decorations, so there's no door going in on these sides. I think the doors I'm going to put on these walls here. So this is just gonna, I know it kind of looks like a doorway should be there. In my mind it does anyway, but I think that's okay. There's not gonna be anything there, but I think that's all right. So I want to do, what do we have with us? We have some trapdoors. These are good. So I want to do obviously some plants because that is the theme of everywhere here. Is plenty of plants. I wonder if we need to go across this one too. Let's just put that there and see. Yeah, okay, I think we'll kind of put maybe a couple flowers there, but we'll fill that up with bushes or something like that. I think that'll look really good. And then I want to do maybe a shelf underneath the windows a little bit, just to kind of act like, you know, point them out a little bit more. Maybe we'll do the pink trapdoors as shutters, or we could do a little overhang with like a staircase. Might look good, but in what color is the question. Let's start with spruce. We have a couple of spruce ones here anyway, so we can try those. Okay, the stairs were definitely not what I was looking for, but this is more kind of what I was thinking. And maybe we can do... I'm trying to think what I want to do right under it. It's obviously kind of looks a little strange without having something underneath, but what if I was to put the trapdoors under there instead? Okay, I played around with those windows a little bit more, and I think that actually suits it way better. Yeah, kind of looks like little, I don't know, it's just a little bit more decorative. I raised the windows up one as well because, yeah, they were just looking kind of funny with that blank space above them. But I think this will be perfect because this lets us put, like, if we wanted to put a flower pot or a lantern or something on there, we could, or we can put it on top of this half block, I believe, the slab as well, because they're all positioned properly. So that'll be good. And then up for the top, I think those 2 areas are pretty small as is, so I don't really think they need anything else up there. But up here, I'm wondering if some fences will go well. So let's just hop up here quick. And then, okay, so, no, okay, so this one is on the wrong level for this to work perfectly, I think. Because if I put these down here, yeah, it's just gonna have to float there, which is not exactly what I was thinking. Oops. Although I do like how that looks, so I wonder if it wouldn't be weird for the middle one if we raised it up one. I'm not sure. If this doesn't work, I might just not do it. Okay, yeah, something like that. And then I think we can maybe put something in there. Like we'll put, I don't know, what could we do? I could put a fence across there, actually. I've got 2 left. Okay, yeah, there, actually. That is, I think that's perfect. That's exactly what we're going for. So obviously I need some glass for the windows, or I could use something else for the windows as well. We could go with the cherry windows at the bottom, maybe. That'd be kind of nice to bring the like accent down a little bit, and then maybe we leave the top ones as glass. It's not going to look very good inside, so I'm not really expecting. Yeah, we don't really need the glass windows, but maybe it wouldn't look so bad. Okay, so let's add in a little dirt just to fill this in a bit. And then we can do, I was thinking maybe some bamboo could look nice if it can grow up. I don't even know. Well, actually, maybe it can't. I'll have to maybe, well, actually, wait. I got a better idea. I'm just going to plant the bamboo down here. That way, at least it can kind of grow into something. And that should look fine. And then if we did something similar, but with bushes here, maybe? That kind of look like a bush. I think that'll look fine as is. In the middle here, maybe we'll do a cute little tulip and some grass. Just to kind of make it look like something's going on there. And then on this side, we'll do grass, and maybe we'll just leave these two out, and we can do like a, sort of like a pink growing bush over there. And we'll just stick this guy right in front for good measure. All right, there we go. That's not so bad. I don't have any glass right now, but we'll get those filled in afterwards. Now, the other thing we can add on to this part, though, is some lanterns. Okay, just like that. I think that is going to do perfectly fine for the size of these buildings. So I'm going to repeat this mirrored... Oh gosh, I stayed awake a little bit too late last night, it looks like. I'm going to repeat this mirrored on the other side there as well. And then we can get to what we might want to do on the inside here. Well, our wandering trader is back. I actually don't know if this is the same one that was already here. Is he still around? Oh no, okay, selling different stuff. Still no moss blocks, so no good for us. But let's get started on this part of the building. So I'm gonna try to make this even out a little bit. So, would I do 1 and 1 or 1? Let's see. So we obviously want a door on each side. So what is roughly the middle? Okay, you need to get out of my way. I can't see properly with you here. Thank you. Okay, so if we were to have one tower up in the middle here, or up in the corner there, I mean, then do we have a center? Yeah, we do. Okay, so that's the center. So that's where we could put a door, which means let's just put the pillars on right on either side of the door. All right, just like that. And then of course we will line it with our spruce slabs. We've still got lots of those. And we'll do it the same height. So that was at the top of the cobble block and then above the pink blocks. But we don't need that here actually. So let's just put this one here. And we'll make room for our door. There, just like that. Okay, I think that will work quite well. So in these spaces, I think I'm just going to plant some stuff. I'm not going to do the planters again necessarily in here. But up top, and I also don't think I'm going to do windows down below. We could maybe do a window up here. Might look kind of cool, just to, you know, give it a little bit of something. But that roof is going to come down right low there, so we don't need to do too much with that. And I'll grab a few more plants from over there as well afterwards, but I think I do want to do something here with the lanterns. I think we can place them on top of these, right? Kind of make them look sort of like sconces of some kind. So if we did, I don't know, like there and there, can I place the lanterns on top? Yeah, like that. I think that looks kind of cool. I will place some panes in the windows here. Okay, yeah, I think that's simple enough. I think I'll mirror exactly that on this wall and then go and get some more plants for decorations. And then in terms of these windows, what do we have extra? We have some extra spruce trapdoors, so maybe I'll do something like that just to like line these windows. Okay, so we still got a few more trees that need to pop up here, but I put down some pumpkins for some decoration. We don't have melons. I don't think I can even like remake the melon block. I think we need like a silk touch of something to actually get the melon blocks. But once we can do that, it will be kind of cool to have some pumpkins and melons stacked up here. But for now, the pumpkins I think look pretty cool. Added a bunch more garden kind of stuff. It's a little wild looking, but I think that's okay. And a little pathway. I think once this tree grows, it'll fill this area in quite nicely. And I just kind of started the roof here. I need to go and gather a ton more wood to actually finish it. But that's what it's going to look like, I think. I'm going to use the actual cherry wood for the roof part this time, and then the dark for the trim. And I think that looks okay because you can't really see a whole lot of the cherry wood here anyway. So I think that just kind of brings it up a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the roof. I guess I never really showed you this side either. It looks very similar to the other side, just a little more overgrown. But yeah, I'm going to finish off the roof, and I also need to do the back sides, but these are just going to be, I think kind of sort of like what we did over there, but a little bit more simplified because they're not really shown. So they'll just be pillars every once in a while, and we'll do the slab for the edging. And then I might do like some plants and some windows and stuff like that strewn throughout as well. So I'm going to do that quick, and then we will come back together to start to work on the actual auto farm inside. And just like that, we have our pumpkin and melon farm, at least, well, the building to put it in. So these guys are still growing up, but I just decided to plant some pumpkins and melons in here just for, you know, a little bit of decoration out front, but I think that looks pretty good. It's looking a little plain on this side, but I'm not sure yet. Maybe we'll just plant like another tree here or something like that. We'll obviously need to bring some flowers down here, but we need to get more flowers to do that. Other than that, it obviously doesn't look too much different than it did last time I showed you, other than the roof is now on. The other side, I can show you the other side, but it's really not that exciting. It's like slightly less decorated than the other sides, just because we can't really see these sides, but yeah, that's just kind of what it looks like. I didn't really bother with any decorations near the windows or anything like that, just a few plants, and I planted a few more trees around here as well. Oh gosh, these guys are back. Of course they are. We are just constantly getting pillaged. At least they're not too tough anymore. I kind of got the hang of it. But anyway, let's just go and take a quick peek inside. Not that there's really anything in there yet, but we can take a look at the plan. So I raised these up one and raised the floor up as well, because the rails are going to go on here, and then the chest needs to go underground. So I figured this would just be easier than digging actually underground to kind of put some stuff in. But yeah, we kind of got this nice big open space. So I also made some of the stuff that we're going to need. But I realized pretty quickly that we do not have enough iron and we do not have enough gold. Not even close. We need about, well, actually we're pretty close on rails. I think for each farm, we need about 30 of each type of rail. And then we need a bunch more pistons. We need the same amount of pistons as observers. I do think we have enough to make double the observers, but yeah, we do not have enough iron to make pistons, and I would like to make 2 farms in here, so that's like double everything. That's like 60 of each rail, that's like almost 60 of each observer as well, and pistons. So yeah, we've got, plus we need a few hoppers, so we definitely need to go and get some more stuff. I'm thinking I'll just go back to our iron, the place where we found all that huge iron vein. And that should be fine. And then in terms of gold, I was thinking about going to the Badlands and going and investigating some of the like abandoned mine shafts down there. I think that might be the best bet. There is also this cave here. It's like right down here now. We're getting really close to it. That I don't think we ever really like checked out. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Okay, it's not a cave. Let's just ignore that. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do those 2 things. I'm going to go down to our iron vein, and I'm going to get a bunch more iron. I'm going to stick with just kind of what we need, plus a little bit, because I would love to take fortune and go down there. The thing is, I just don't think that we really have any means of enchanting yet. Actually, I guess we could do this. I mean, we have the ability to get obsidian. We have a bunch of diamonds. Maybe we could do this. I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Let's give it a quick try, just to see if it's worth it. We have a librarian in that town down there. So I could break her block a bunch of times until essentially until she gives us a fortune book, and then we can use that to enchant a pickaxe. Maybe that would actually be more worth it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try that out a little bit. Okay, yeah, so this librarian actually already sells fortune 1, but I'm pretty sure we can get the highest level fortune if we just reset this a few times. So let's try that out. All right, and just as I was about to give up and just accept our fortune 1, we got fortune 3. Finally. Okay, so I did accidentally hit this villager, so we need to spend quite a bit more money to get this. I don't know how long I would have to wait in order to not have it cost that much more. But I sold a bunch of our vegetables and stuff, so we have a bunch anyway. I think I'm gonna just get this. I've spent so much time already trying to get this villager. I'm just gonna buy it. We're gonna be fine, and I think that'll be good. So I also got mending pretty early on, so I just bought a mending book as well because I figured why not. So I'm gonna leave this guy trapped in here, so that nothing bad happens to. Get in there! No, come back! Come back! Come back in here, please. Okay, there. He went back in on his own. All right, so we're going to lock him in there with some pumpkins so we remember which one he's in. This one... Did I leave my other... Oh, yeah, I had a librarian in here as well. He got Fortune 1. That was going to be my backup option. Oh, no. We're Efficiency 5 now? Okay, well, I don't know why it changes, but maybe I just leave him in there. That actually seems like a pretty good one as well. But we don't need that right now. For now, we need to go and we need to get some obsidian, make our enchanting table, and then we can make a diamond pickaxe to enchant. Actually, I just had a realization. I just went and gathered some obsidian just from our portal downstairs, but you probably all are screaming at me in the comments right now. It is not the enchanting table that we need to just add a book to an item. I'm pretty sure it is the anvil, which we do have one. I think I left it over here. No, it's not over here. Where did I leave it? Oh no, maybe we didn't have an anvil. Maybe I was thinking of the grindstone. I'm gonna go and check the villages and see if they have one, because I'm assuming it takes iron and we do not have that right now. Okay, here it is. I decided to just go down, get the iron. I checked out a couple of the villages. We didn't have any luck, so I just went down, gathered enough iron to make one, and now it's made. So here we have our pickaxe. Let's get that fortune on there. And then I think we can also add mending, right? Yeah, fortune 3 and mending. Perfect. Okay, so this is exactly what we need. I'm going to take both my pickaxes down there. That should help us out a little bit. And then, yeah, I'm going to go collect a bunch of iron, and then going to collect a bunch of gold, and then hopefully we will have enough to do what we need to with our farm, and we can finally finish that up. I didn't realize we were so low on the resources that we would need for that, but that, I mean, it makes a bit of sense. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do all of that, and then we will see what I get from it. We'll see if the mine shafts bring anything exciting. Hopefully it doesn't bring any death, but I'll try to be careful down there. I think that's going to be the best way to get gold, is in the Badlands, so that's definitely where I'm going to go for that. But yeah, I'll show you all if I find any other cool loot while I'm down there as well. Okay, we are back home, and hopefully we have everything that we need now. So probably notice here I kind of dismantled our furnaces a little bit. I do think we want to start like collecting experience. You can see we're all the way up to level 27 already. That is mostly from gathering from the furnaces. So I'm going to keep all the hoppers and the chests and stuff. Maybe this will be easier, just made automated at some point. But I think for now it's fine if we just grab. Actually, I forgot a few. There we go. If we can just grab from here instead. We get a little bit of experience for doing that. So that's kind of nice. Especially, yeah, until we, don't have to worry about enchanting anymore. But anyway, let's show you what we got. So a ton of iron, quite a bit of gold. As well, and these are the items. So when I was in the Badlands, I didn't go into any mine shafts, but I did go down a little cave to gather some gold, and found a zombie spawner. So they had a couple chests there, and these were kind of the interesting things that were in there. Some horse armor, an enchanted apple, some music discs, and a bunch of string. So I'm gonna just put those away. We don't need them anytime soon, but I just wanted to show you what we had gotten. So let's gather all of these things that we're gonna need for the farms here. So for one farm, we need 24 observers, 24 pistons, 30 rails, 27 powered rails, I think. A hopper minecart, a couple of extra hoppers that we can use for the chests. And yeah, I think that should be good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hoppers. I guess we have one extra one here, but that's okay. So I'm going to make a bunch more rails. We'll make sure that we have everything for one farm first, and then I'll see if I can just make the stuff for the second one as well, and we can build them at the same time. Okay, yeah, we had enough to make. I had to get a little bit more cobblestone, but other than that, we had plenty to make, I think, everything that we're going to need for this. So we might need to get a bit more dirt, but that's obviously easy to get. Yeah, so let's head over there and start to build this thing. Okay, so I'm going to try to build this thing so that essentially you can walk right through the door, and then the chest of goodies will be kind of right in front of you here. So let's think about this for a sec. I know essentially we need to put down... Say we wanted the chest, even if it was right here, for example. Then that means that the actual rail needs to start back here, and we need a couple of hoppers going into there. And then in terms of the rail in general, we'll start over here, and then we kind of want to come across. We need to add some powered ones now and again, just to keep it going, and I don't want it to be over top of these, I think. So let's just do this. So we'll go 7, and then we'll turn around. Actually, no, we'll do this straight away this way. So we'll go, yeah, so it's 7 long, and then I think we can just kind of snake back and forth a bit here. All right, there we go. And then we will just come all the way back to the start. So this is just one great big loop. I do think it's probably worth putting maybe 3 more of the powered rails in here, though. There we go, something like that. So if we put the cart down, we'll obviously have to power those rails as well. But in theory, it'll just go loop around. We've got a few loops going on, and then it comes back. And it should pick up the pumpkin stuff from above and then drop them into the chest below. All right, so then on top of this, we need to do dirt so that we can plant our pumpkins and melons. And right in the middle, we are going to put a shroom light. Actually, we need water as well. How are we going to do that? I think we can do a half block of water. So if we do I even have a shovel? I don't. So let's find the middle here. So if I do a slab like halfway here and then fill this with water, I think that's still going to work. And then we can just put a shroom light right on top, and it should illuminate all of our plants. So I do need to go and get my hoe and the seeds. So that we can kind of start this. And then we can place our observers and such. Okay, there we go. I planted a bunch of pumpkins for this one. We'll do melons on the other one. And then we need to go up a little bit higher. And above each of the actual plants, we need to put a observer. So the observer is going to watch for the plants, and then the piston's going to kill the melon if it sees the plant change. So I think we can do this if we... just go up a little bit. Yeah, I think if we get the cursor on the actual plant, we should be able to place this observer and it faces down perfectly. Just like that. And then for the pistons, these are maybe a little trickier. How can we do this? Okay, so I think we might be out of luck other than just filling in the top in order to place the pistons, which is too bad, but I guess it is what it is. So I will just do that quick. Okay, there we go. So we've got pistons over top of all of the non-plants, and then I'm just going to go ahead and place the rest of the observers. Okay, there we go. And then last thing, I believe we put the redstone on top of all the observers, and then it should be pretty good to go. All right, and there it is running, and the pistons are going as well as they're growing, so that means it should be all working. Obviously, none of them are grown enough, and our observer fell down. But I think that should be good. So on the outside here, we can put kind of a little ring of glass. It'll be tight in here, but that's totally fine. I don't think that should be a problem. That way nothing can fall out the sides, which will be good. And then I'll probably cover up the bottom here too, maybe with just trapdoors or something, just to block that off a little bit. But that is the farm in action. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I think I might have miscalculated slightly. Yeah, I must have miscalculated just a little bit how many observers and pistons we needed, but we have enough materials. We can make a couple more if we need to. And oops, did not mean to throw that, but yeah, I think that should be good. Now I'm just gonna make the same thing as a melon farm. All right, so we are finally complete. So let's go on inside and take a look. I also did build the sugarcane farm in here, so I just gotta remember to try to turn down the volume of those carts a little bit. But here it is. So it's obviously a little bit cramped in here. I mean, the whole point is basically just to come in here and pick up the pumpkins. We already have a whole bunch. Although I think I put some of our previous ones in there as well. But yeah, this is working quite well, I think. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Just kind of covered that up. And then I put the sugarcane in here. So this sugarcane farm is like that very traditional one. I'm sure you could very easily find a video on how to make this. Essentially, it's just a bunch of pistons that will knock the sugarcane at height 2. This is, there's like a block there. So this is height 1 and then height 2. And then as soon as it gets to height 3, the observer will see it. And it actually pushes all the pistons at once if any of the observers see it. I'm sure there is maybe a way to do it so that the single one only activates the single one, but I'm not too worried about it. It can cut them all down. This one is definitely slower than the pumpkin one. That 64 we already had, but I think that's okay. We'll have to do some building like nearby for a while. And then inside here, it's just water. So a little bit more simple than the mine carts. It's just a water stream that goes down into the hopper there. But yeah, that's what that looks like. And then over here we have the melons, same deal. We've got lots of melons so far, so we should have lots of stuff for trading. We'll have to get on starting to build that village, maybe after the next episode. But other than that, I just kind of hung some glow lights from the ceiling to kind of look like lights a little bit. I should actually do some more chains to do those ones too, but we'll do that later. And yeah, a little bit of plants here and there, but there's obviously not a lot of room in here to do much. So that is what it is. But as always, I hope you enjoyed the build and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions or ideas or anything like that, I'd love to hear them. And I will talk to you in the next one.